This Road Focus 911 Special Edition has the potential to be very special indeed. Before we get into the extra special subject of this review, the new Porsche 911 ST, it's worth considering just how rare it is for the German marque to roll out new suffixes for its golden child. The most commonly seen, the straightforward SE, first appeared on the engine deck of a 911 back in 1967. Even comparatively recent designations, the most revered of which being GT3, are now fully established, often with decades and several model evolutions under their belts. Occasionally, we are given a letter that might seem entirely new, but only for those who haven't brushed up on their Porsche lore. A good example of this is R, deployed for an extra involving, extra light, driver focus 911 in 2016, new, not quite. Delve into the records, and you will see that during 1967 and 1968 a tiny run of 911R racers left Zuffenhausen. It's here that the ST story begins. After the success of this stripped-out R of the 60s, Porsche sought to grow the idea, but balked at the cost of obtaining type approval for a new 911 derivative. Instead, it offered motorsport customers racing kit and weight reduction modifications for the 911S, before in 1970 offering option M for 71 the Mehr Minder pack, or more or less available on road cars. Each of these nimble, powerful cars was still officially a 911S, but unofficially, inside the factory gates, it was known as Insane. Design and styling 9. Think of the ST as a non-identical twin of the 911 GT3 RS. These cars are, in fundamental terms, closely related, but while one went through school then joined the military, the other became a movie star. The Rennsport car is designed to set lap times and be both scintillating and indefatigable at track days. The ST exists purely to entertain. Porsche's GT division, which builds both, hasn't even bothered to set a Nürburgring Nordschleife time for the newbie because it regards this as an irrelevance. The ST is intended for the open road and for maximum driving enjoyment. That starts with the fitment of a manual gearbox. The SAT's box houses the same 6 cogs as those found in the 3-pedal 911 GT3, but the throw is notably shorter, and so is the final drive. It means that while 81 miles per hour in second gear is required for the atmospheric 4.0-liter flat 6 to reach its shrieking 9,000 revolutions per minute denouement in the GT3, in the ST that drops to 74 miles per hour. INTERIOR9. Several testers remarked on the specialness of the ST's cabin. Swing open the feather-like doors and you're greeted by a cockpit at once charmingly old-world and bleeding edge in its fit and finish and materials. Equip the heritage design interior, classic cognac leather, with richly textured cloth in the same color, with black pinstripes, and this is perhaps the most striking driving environment of any street-legal Porsche since the 918 Spider. The phosphorus green on the tacho, evoking that of the original 911, is another romantic touch, as are the leather door pulls adorning the door cards. Equally, nothing in here is new. Porsche's familiar carbon buckets are standard issue and, as ever, are as aesthetically pleasing as they are vigorously supportive, cupping you neatly at the base of the ribcage. Seats of a more everyday persuasion are available at no extra cost, though if you want the 3,707 pounds carbon-finished roll cage from the GT3 RS, you need to also have the buckets. We would be tempted to leave the cage out of the equation. Without it, the ST has plenty of usable space for bags in the area where back seats would usually go. Combined with the deep front, this most rarefied 992 has equal luggage space to dedicated GT cars, such as the Ferrari Rama.